Using a standard HDMI cable to run a home theater setup over a long distance is, well, it's a lot like trying to whisper a really complex story to a friend across a crowded stadium.
Right, exactly. By the time that signal travels even 50 feet, the electrical degradation means your message is just, practically lost.
Yeah, which is exactly why we're doing this deep dive into the Smart-AVI HDX-POE-S extender from HDTVSupply today. Our mission is to unpack how this little box solves that exact headache.
It's a massive problem, honestly. And this device completely bypasses that signal degradation. It basically lets you send pristine, uncompressed audio and video 250 feet away.
Wait, really? 250 feet?
Yeah, 250 feet using just a standard CAT5e or CAT6 Ethernet cable.
Okay, so the bottleneck question has to come up here, right? Because you're pushing Ultra HD video, lossless 8-channel audio like Dolby True HD, plus control signals and power.
All through the exact same cheap Ethernet cord you use for your router.
Exactly. I mean, that just sounds like a traffic jam waiting to happen. Doesn't the data bottleneck?
It really sounds like it should, until you look at the mechanism behind HDBaseC. Because instead of trying to force raw, vulnerable electrical signals across standard HDMI pins,
Which degrades super quickly over distance.
right, exactly, HDBaseC actually repackages that HDMI data into standard network packets. So using your analogy, it takes the whisper and puts it into a sealed armored car that drives straight to the destination unblemished.
Oh, wow. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, and it pushes up to 3.4 gigabits per second of data signals, and get this, 10.2 gigabits per second of video bandwidth.
Okay, just to put that 10.2 gigabits into perspective for you, that is 10 times the capacity of a standard gigabit home network.
Dedicated entirely to this single AV stream.
Right, which means it easily handles 4K by 2K video at 30 hertz or 1080p at 120 hertz.
Plus 3D content.
hmm
And it does all of this without ever compressing the signal.
Which is wild. And while it's moving that massive amount of data, it's simultaneously handling power delivery through the exact same cable via PoE, right?
Yes, power over Ethernet. So it utilizes low voltage power over the Ethernet strands to inject power at one end of the line.
And then it just picks it off at the load.
Exactly. Meaning you only need to plug either the transmitter or the receiver into a wall outlet, rather than having to plug in both.
That is so convenient. But, specs are great and all. How does a box that weighs like a quarter of a pound actually change your daily life in your living room?
Well, because you only need to power one side of this equation, you are suddenly free to physically decouple your display from your source gear.
Oh, so you can just hide the ugly stuff.
Totally. And that brings us to the bidirectional IR communication. You can literally take your cable boxes, your Blu-ray players, and your receivers and just rack them in a basement closet up to 250 feet away.
So you just point your remote at the TV in the living room?
And it instantly relays the command to the basement. It's like having a telepathic remote control that just ignores walls.
I mean, for anyone trying to achieve that clean, minimalist, floating TV aesthetic without a messy entertainment center shoved underneath it, this single Ethernet cable is the secret to making it work.
It really is. And HDTVSupply actually currently has this specific Smart-AVI unit listed at $359.20.
Oh, which is down from a list price of $449.
Yep. And when you note that this vendor boasts over 10,000 positive reviews, it really highlights the immense demand for this exact kind of architectural problem solving in modern AV setups.
So basically, extenders like this transform standard everyday Ethernet cables into massive AV pipelines.
Yeah, making professional-grade, clutter-free home setups highly accessible. Instead of trying to boost a degrading analog signal and risking distortion, you're guaranteeing pristine digital delivery.
Across the entire house. Which leaves us with a pretty interesting question.
Yeah, go for it.
If a single Cat6 cable can flawlessly and simultaneously carry 4K video, lossless audio, remote signals, and power over 250 feet, will the future of home entertainment truly ever be wireless? Or are physical cables secretly the undisputed kings of bandwidth,